I'm Andre Huey, and welcome to Newsline 360 here on TVC Channel 40 and those watching on the TVC Plus app. We're coming to you from the Kuna Conference Center in Portland's Bastille, St. Kitts, for the first annual 2026 OECS Regional Robotics Challenge. It's been organized by the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course supported by the various countries. Now, we've been made to understand that 12 countries have been invited. There are about 8 here so far from different parts of the OECS, and we're expecting some more from the wider Caribbean later on before the competition gets into high gear. We're going to be giving to you in this special edition of the program an interview with the chairman and founder of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, Dr. Ricardo Neal, and we also use the opportunity to speak to some of the participants. But first, the interview with Dr. Ricardo Neal, the founder and chairman of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association.
I am His Excellency Dr. Ricardo Neal. I am Ambassador for Science and Technology for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. But more so, I serve as the current chairman and the founder of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association and the ICERIA, which is the Eastern Caribbean Robotics and Innovation Association, which is previously dubbed as the OECS Robotics Association. And the reason for the change was to expand the program more to more than just robotics, but also to innovation across the Eastern Caribbean region. So today here we have put on the very first Super Regional Challenge, which is a robotics initiative where we invited over 12 countries across the region. We have gotten a lot of traction from countries outside of the region. And so we make sure that all is made available to every single one. So here we have a number of countries, and so they're here building. What is the objective of this? The objective is to ensure that the youths across the region are given the space and are given a position to ensure that they are able to innovate across the region. This is important primarily because we cannot just have the young persons as users of technology. We need to have them as creators. And given our geopolitical challenges that we have across the region, it is only fair to have the young persons engage in sustainable practices. And so we are really happy of what is happening here. I was able to meet some of the teams, speak to them, engage with them, and I'm seeing the passion, I'm seeing the enthusiasm, I'm seeing the level of focus that I used to have when I was younger, when I'm building myself. So I'm really happy of how things have worked out. But one key point I must point out is that this initiative is not necessarily a Dr. Lee's initiative. It's a regional initiative, which is critical. And so the young persons here in the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, they were able to come together and put on this particular event. And that in itself is a monumental feat. To have young persons who have grown in the same space, they are able to actually put on an initiative of this magnitude, and also get the buy-in from these countries across the region. So we are really happy for what is happening here. I know this is just day 2. I know this evening will be the opening ceremony, and then they're going to go into training again, and then they will be going into the actual competition. But I must say the competition is not just about who comes first, second, third, or last. That's not the aim or the objective of the competition. The aim of the competition is to ensure that the young persons are able to create, design, innovate, make friends across the region who is of the same thought process. And as a result of all of this, we will ensure as an organization that this initiative takes place every single year, right? And hopefully we will move it around different countries across the region. So this is the inauguration of robotics throughout the region.
You made a very important point about young people being creators and innovators of technology and not just consumers. How important is that, and how do you think the Robotics Challenge will help to achieve that?
I think, most of the products that we end up using, most of them that we use are products that we have from overseas somewhere. And if we should look at sometime where these products come from, they come from young persons who would have grown up in the innovation space, and they would have moved on overseas to begin to engage in that development. What we're aiming at here is to have the young persons here within the region understand that they themselves are creators, right? To understand that, and that is a process, for different groups to actually understand, that they can And when we have young persons locked in a box, then they believe that they cannot. And so having unlocked that thinking, then we will actually have them begin to be creators and developers. And then that now will contribute to our Caribbean space, right? We will aim at solving some of the problems that we actually have, right? By looking on the inside instead of looking on the outside. And so that is one of the primary aim and primary objective of this competition.
Finally, how important it is to support events like this. I'm sure you would have had a lot of support from government and other private sector organizations to support events like this, to keep them going and not to see a situation where we start something and then it fizzles out.
Yeah, I think it is critical to have buy-in from government and private sector, because we all live in the Caribbean region, and it only makes sense for us to support initiatives just like this. We do have a number of supporters who have come on board and recognize that this is important to us within the region. Now, once we take that support serious, what will happen is that we're changing the thinking process of the region, right? One by one. And so we are calling on all of the different groups, every group, who lives within the region, who live outside of the region, who is interested in pushing this, to actually come on board and to have us push this initiative continuously. With the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, when we started in 2017 with only 3 young persons. Now we have grew to almost 1,300 young persons since that time and now. And that was made possible by supporters from all over the world who understood the vision, right? Who understand the calling to ensure that this happened. And so we want the same thing to happen for this regional event. We want to ensure that we have supporters from all over who have the same vision, the same mindset to educate young persons, not just to write an exam, but to have them look at problems that we have here in the region to bring a resolution to them. So we are open for all the support throughout the region to ensure that this initiative is a continuous one.
That's Dr. Ricardo Neal, the founder and chairman of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be speaking with some of the participants in this year's 2026 OECS Robotics Challenge right here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean Radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go. The TVC Plus app. Stream, watch, enjoy.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
All right, don't miss News Desk, weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. St. Kitts to the world, now streaming everywhere.
King James is a soca artist out of the beautiful island of Sunshine City, St. Maarten. I love music, grew up around music, and I just love to entertain people. Got started in music from a young age. My creative process is, one, I would get a vibe, get a melody. That's why having talent behind us makes such a difference. They're not just our local telecom. They're supporting local artists, giving us the support and tools to keep creating and sharing without limits. And with Telem's new internet speeds, I can upload my files and tracks in seconds, send big files to producers overseas, and even live stream without worrying about buffering. But Telem has always played a role when it comes to young talent on the island. I would actually go as far to say this. Without Telem, there probably wouldn't be a King James right now. Telem is showcasing that St. Maarten can compete on any level. They are investing in us, in our creativity, and in our future. And that's something I'm proud to be a part of.
Welcome back to this special edition of Newsline 360 here on TVC Channel 40. And we want to welcome those watching on social media and the TVC Plus app. Well, as we said before the break, we had an opportunity to share with you an interview that we did with the founder and chairman of the OECS of the St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, Dr. Ricardo Neal, about the OECS Robotics Challenge that's happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. We're now going to give you some interviews with some of the participants. We share with you or their insights into the competition and how they've been preparing for this robotics challenge.
It was very challenging because we weren't given that much information, so we had to compensate for that by doing a lot of extra planning. So it was really challenging, but I think we still pulled through.
For you as a young person, what does a competition like this do for you personally and for your other colleagues across regions? What do you think it will do for them?
I feel like it gives us valuable life skills, that we can use in the future. I'm looking forward to going home with some kind of trophy to give my country or something,
And finally, without saying too much, what can we expect from Anguilla in the competition in terms of what your robot or robots will do? Without saying too much, because I know you have to protect your secret before the competition.
Innovative.
Well, it is good, and I think we're gonna make it in time, and we're gonna have a good chance to win, but I'm still not sure if we will win.
Yeah. How exciting is it though to be working on this project?
It's pretty exciting, and I really want to try test it out and see if it works properly.
And how is robotics for you? How did you get involved in robotics, and how exciting is it for you as a young man?
How I got involved?
Yes.
Well, I thought it would be cool because in the first place I wanted to build RC cars because my friend's own broke. So we wanted to build it. So then I went to robotics to see if I could do that.
Okay, and so far, how are you enjoying it?
Yes, I am enjoying it.
Okay. And lastly, what are some things that you hope to accomplish from this competition? Apart from winning it, what would you say when you go back home that this was something I learned at the Robotics Challenge and I feel good about it?
Well, next time in school, robotics will be easier because I understand more.
Okay, so you hope to learn more from this challenge?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I'm Ryan Vera, and I'm representing Vincent and the Grenadines. It's been interesting. We started, then we had a little regulation change, and we had the pivotal idea of it, but it's going good. Yeah.
How has preparations been for this competition in St. Vincent in terms of your team members and getting the ideas together?
Back in St. Vincent, we have a lot of members in the robotics club, so it was a bit of a competition to see who would make it here. So we all had a lot of good ideas. We all did some practice training driving robots we built. But yeah, it was a little fun competition between us to decide who goes.
Right. And how do you view the competition on the whole? To have the opportunity to compete with others from across the OECS?
I think it's a really good opportunity to see how other countries are managing robotics and the tech as a whole. It's also really fun to compete with other members from your region, so yeah, it's good.
And in terms of camaraderie, meeting other people from other countries, how's that going?
Truthfully, the St. Vincent team has been very busy, so we don't get much time to interact with members. But like back at the accommodation, we do get to see members out and about, and we stop for small chats. So I'd say everybody's pretty friendly.
Right. And last but not least, I know you don't want to give away too much before the competition, but give us a little insight into what we can expect from the St. Vincent team.
Oh,
without giving away too much.
Okay, well, without giving away too much, I would say you can expect a very fast robot to try and snatch as much points as possible as quickly as possible.
It's been good. We've been making a lot of progress, and I feel like we can get this done by the end of the day. So I'm confident.
Right. And how has the camaraderie been? Have you had a chance to interact with other members from other countries?
To be honest, not yet, but I would like to see the other teams and see how they're doing things.
Right. Now, a competition like this for you, how do you see this competition in terms of helping to develop robotics in St. Maarten and by the extension the wider Caribbean?
So I feel like it would be a massive help for all of us. We can, once we learn, we could like how we do robotics, I think we can expand it so we can solve different different problems around the Caribbean. Yeah.
Right. And how has preparations for the St. Maarten team been leading up to this competition?
In my opinion, it's been good, but we got to pick up the pace a little bit. So, yeah.
Well, really and truly, preparation has been difficult because we came into this competition without any experience, well, other than coding experience. But it has been difficult, but I will say that we are pushing through.
Right. And in terms of the competition, how do you see the competition so far?
I will see the competition as great and challenging. I see some teams here who already reach a much farther stage than us, but I would also see it as a stepping stool, like as motivation for us to continue trying and pushing harder.
Right. Now, I know everybody's been busy, so I don't know if you've had a chance to interact with other team members from other countries so far.
No, we haven't had a chance to interact as yet, but we do hope to in the future.
Right. And finally, without saying too much, what can we expect from your robot or robots that you'll be creating for this competition?
Like for St. Kitts?
Yes. Without saying too much, because I know you have to protect against that.
So what could you expect is a simple but efficient robot with, I would say, intellectual challenging features.
Okay, so the first day, it was a little chaotic, but we're back on track and things are going much better, much smoother.
Right. And how do you see this competition? It's the first time this kind of competition is being held in the Eastern Caribbean.
I like it, but to me it just feels a little rushed because personally there was some stuff missing from our kit that we had to go get. Me personally, I'm having trouble visualizing, but I know Antigua is going to blow you out of the water.
What are, at the end of the day when this competition ends, apart from just winning it, what are some of the things that you personally would like to achieve from participating in the challenge?
Well, I'd like to gain more knowledge on robots because personally when I leave here, I'd like to buy my own kit, make my own robots. Yeah.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go. The TVC Plus app. Stream, watch, enjoy.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
All right, don't miss News Desk, weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. St. Kitts to the World, now streaming everywhere.
King James is a soca artist out of the beautiful island of Sunshine City, St. Maarten. I love music, grew up around music, and I just love to entertain people. Got started in music from a young age. My creative process is, one, I would get a vibe, get a melody. That's why having talent behind us makes such a difference. They're not just our local telecom. They're supporting local artists, giving us the support and tools to keep creating and sharing without limits. And with Telem's new internet speeds, I can upload my files and tracks in seconds, send big files to producers overseas, and even live stream without worrying about buffering. But Telem has always played a role when it comes to young talent on the island. I would actually go as far to say this. Without Telem, there probably wouldn't be a King James right now. Telem is showcasing that St. Maarten can compete on any level. They are investing in us, in our creativity, and in our future. And that's something I'm proud to be a part of.
In this final segment of this edition of Newsline 360, we're going to present you highlights of the final match in the Super Robotics Challenge between St. Maarten and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And then we'll share with you an interview with the eventual winners.
Are you ready? Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. Vincent and the Grenadines watching down, over to the scramble down the coastline. That bottle, got some bottles indeed, while St. Maarten got 2 bottles. The both teams are trying to do something with those bottles, and St. Vincent is enough trying to grab some more with the bottles, trying to grab into the blue, trying to up, over. There goes St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Meantime, Antigua and Barbuda counteracting that, jumping 1 or 2, I believe. St. Vincent and the Grenadines with an impressive gathering of debris, gathering of seaweed, getting them over the Sargasso, pushing them down. Antigua, St. Maarten moving down, running over, quickly running down to that side with just about 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. Lots of time, lots of game, lots of time to play with. Up on the ramp will it be. Up on the ramp. St. Maarten, St. Vincent, and up on the ramp. Both teams are up on the ramp, trying to get over. St. Maarten got some into the green. St. Vincent back down the ramp. Both teams are rushing back over to the pickup side, trying to pick up again, as if that's not enough. The more they get, the more they want. They pick up, they're trying to pick up into the red container. There goes St. Maarten. Wonderful and spectacular. St. Vincent, what are you going to do? Are you going to allow them to just throw in and you do nothing about it? Trying to pick up St. Vincent, trying to pick up some, while St. Maarten is pushing forward, trying to pick up as much as they could, and trying to go back over to the right side. Meantime, St. Vincent and the Grenadines back again. Both teams are pushing the debris around the coastline, trying to do cleanup, but making a spectacular mess with the garbage. Up and down, there they go. Up the ramp, St. Vincent, into the green container. St. Maarten, what are you into the green as well? Both teams are really battling, doing battle for this final challenge with just about 20 seconds to go. Both teams are down on the course again. Going for some more. Picking up. Up. St. Vincent, are you going to get it then? Finally, are you going? 10 seconds remaining. St. Vincent and the Grenadines with some more in. Meantime, St. Maarten pushing forward, trying to pick up to do the same. While St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the final. Time is gone. Our time is gone. Give it up for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Team St. Maarten, give it up for Team St. Maarten.
All right, so I'm here with the winners of the Super Regional Robotics Challenge, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, live and live. Just give us your name quickly.
Ryan Vera. Matthew Wilson.
Bradley Daniel.
All right. Well, guys, congratulations, first of all. Talk to us about this very impressive bot, which, went about and, a clean sweep, essentially.
As impressive as it was, it came with a lot of headaches and a lot of retries, but we're proud of what we did today, and yeah, it was really fun.
How was the experience in building this bot? I mean, it took you about 2 days, roughly, 2.5 days?
Well, it took us, most of it was planning and design, but the building component, I would say around, as you said, 2 days. It really was challenging because of the regulations set in place, but we managed to overcome them and produce what we think was the best robot possible.
Now, what does winning this competition mean for robotics in St. Vincent and Grenadines?
Well, it can only get better from here. In our country, we do have some competitions as well, and this will only spice things up a lot more.
When I spoke to you a couple of days ago, you actually said that choosing the team to come here to St. Kitts was quite competitive.
Yes, for St. Vincent, we had a mini competition among our club members. It was a little mock race, kind of. So, yeah, me and Matthew had the fastest scores, so we ended up being the ones able to come. Even aside from that, there were other challenges, but yeah, that's how we decided.
Now, going forward, what's next? I mean, I know there's a global challenge as well as there's probably some other challenges coming up in the region.
For me personally, I am nearing the age cutoff from a lot of the challenges, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to attend any coming up, but I'm hoping this one goes because he's really talented, so I'm rooting on his success.
What's next for you?
Well, I'm hoping to go to the first global competition, but as I said, it's going to be a challenge, but I'm ready to face it. I think this was a very good demonstration of what St. Vincent is capable of and how much limits we can surpass.
And finally, you spoke about the fact that robotics is huge in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the club is very active. How will you use this win to propel the development of robotics in St. Vincent?
Right, it will encourage so much more students and parents and those in authority, those in leadership, to be a part of such a great venture. We'll be able to have more sponsors, which mean more robots, which mean more resources, which means, we will have a lot more experience to teach the students how to build these things and how to be creative. And people might think this is just child's play, but no. It opens their mind to think of different ways to solve problems realistically every day. So it's an amazing experience, and I just want to raise awareness to my country and to every student that is there.
Final words?
It was really fun. We definitely will do again, and I recommend the other Caribbean countries that couldn't make it to definitely try and come next year.
Yeah, me too. I hope that next year that if not most of the Caribbean countries could show up here, I think it'll be a lot more competitive and that we could learn more from each other and grow together as one Caribbean.
Man, I'm hoping to see 40 Caribbean countries here. All of them here next year. It's going to be bigger, better, greater, more exciting. It's only up from here.
Gentlemen, congratulations again, and all the best.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for watching this special edition of Newsline 360 here on TVC Channel 40 and those watching on the TVC Plus app. Remember, you can watch this program again in its entirety by visiting our social media or our website, tvcplus.live, and clicking on TV shows. From all of us here at Newsline 360 and at Television Caribbean, I'm Andre Huey. I was your host. Thank you for watching.